Hi, if you ever wanted to build your dream SaaS application, and not only dream SaaS application, you want to sell it too with authentication and payments, and you want robust security, and you don't have any technical knowledge, but still you want that, then I have got you, my friend. In previous videos, I have shown you how to use Clerk to build your robust authentication and how to use Stripe. But in some countries, Stripe is not available. So, what to do in that scenario? And at the same time, if you want flexibility and don't want to go into the Clerk ecosystem and still want your AI to code your authentication, authorization, payments, subscription, and manage everything for you, then I have got you one open source library, an open source SDK, which can handle this all for you. So let me show you Better Auth SDK, which you can use in any TypeScript project, and we will be using it for our next JS project. So let's get started. So you can go to docs and you can read the introduction, comparison, why you should not use others and all. So this is the important part, that is the installation. So we will copy this markdown, and now here it contains how to use everything, like for PNPM, what exactly it would add better auth, how to add a better auth instance and all. So these are all the instruction. So this is the first step which we have to do, and I have already written one prompt. So we will just paste this here. So I had already given this URL, but I will just replace it with instructions. So let me wrap it inside a code like this one. So this way AI will have proper boundaries on how to do it. And after that, I will filter out this particular part. So yesterday's video, I've shown you how bad I have failed generally when it comes to vibe coding, and I have loaded like a context overload. So today I'm not going to do it. Today I'm going to go step by step so that Claude will also have proper access and it will also do everything on its own. So obviously this particular prompt was very big, and that's why we have copied only the first step to the step for it to really understand how to use this one. And we will just write we are in next JS project. So using PMPM. So it has proper context, and we will paste this prompt. Now I will show you the current status of this application so that you understand. Let me also create a database for you guys. So we will go ahead and ask Claude directly to create database day 18. So guys, we are in day 18 of the 30-day series of SaaS application. So this is for the day 18. So if we give this, you can see create DB day 80. So it tests again, created two DBs. Now if I give a DB is created, if I need to verify, I can go here and I can go to this one. I can refresh items and I can see day 18. So you can see day 18 is there. So okay, I have given hyphen. So I will go to my env variable. So I will just search for the env.local, and here you can see it is day 17. We will give day 18 like this one. So we have created our env. Now let's hide this one, and now let's focus on the first demo, like what exactly does it contain right now. So here we can go and we can give localhost 3000. So it will show us what exactly is happening. So you can see this is the normal to do application. If I want to create task, I can create task, what needs to be done, description, priority, and on. So these are all the things, and I want to wrap authentication and authorization. So I will explain you the code, don't worry about that. But till then, let Claude do all the things. So what I need to do exactly, okay, so we have not generated the migration. We will generate it once this better auth is done. So what I will do, I will Claude dangerously skip permissions. So this is skip permissions for us, and now let me hide this command J. Let me stop this server so that it doesn't use the resources much. Now here I will paste my prompt which I've copied. This was the prompt, and we will paste it and let Claude do. And also right now we will plan the plan mode. So let's see how it plans, then we will give the auto accept. So this is the first step, and that is the authentication. So right now you can see the instructions are follows like this. Right now in this application, let me zoom in for you guys so that you can read well. Let me hide this one. Right now in this application, we have made a to-do app. We want to wrap this application inside authentication and then under subscription. And for that, I want to use Better Auth SDK. Better Auth provides authentication and authorization. Here is the installation instructions for Better Auth SDK in Next.js and how to use Google Signing. Learn how to configure Better Auth in your project. So these are all the instructions. So you can see how to install this package and everything. Everything is there. So you don't need to read that because you already read that in our docs function. Now I have copied till this one. I already have Drizzle and Postgres set up, and Drizzle can. Okay, so I have not copied till this one. So actually, I have copied till the other one. So we will write this one after it has done the installation, and once installation is done, we will do that. So let's see how it performs right now. So you can see it is doing everything. It is like reading all the files to understand what is going behind the scene, and then it will do. Until the time you can see when it comes to installation, we are using Google Sign, so that means we need Google Client ID. Like this, it right now it is GitHub, but we need Google Client ID and Google Client Secret. So till then, let's get the Google Client ID and Google Client ID Secret. I already have one, but I will show you how to get from this cache. So you can go to console.cloud.google.com, close this one, and you can select a project. Now go to create project. So it is day 18, so we will create day 18 demo. Now create this organization, and it is creating this project, and we will wait for the project creation. Now it has created the project. Now go to API and services and wait for it to load. Now go to OAuth consent screen. This is the consent screen which you get where user will give their email IDs through Google Sign. So here actually we define the scope. So it is again day 18 to do. So we'll leave day 18, and then again I will use my email ID. It is for the external use case, so we will use external, and again my email ID, and that is this one. I will use this one, and I can say continue, and it will finish. So OAuth consent screen is done. Now we have to get the Google Client ID and Google Client here. So let it create the OAuth consent screen. Now you can see I can come here and create OAuth client. If I click on the OAuth client, I have to select web application because we are accessing from the web application. And right now we are accessing from the localhost. So we will give HTTP localhost 3000. And once you have like deployed in Vercel, you can always add URL and give your Vercel URL to that particular project. Now and this is important, like from which website we are originating the request, and once successful, to which website we should return back. So that's why we are returning back to API, and you can see API auth callback Google. So it is calling our server for authorization. So we will create this, and it will give us Google Client ID and Google Client Secret. So I will copy the client ID. So I will select OK, and OK. So we will just first of all paste this client ID in our application. So you can see here is the client ID I have to give. I will paste my client ID, which I have pasted. Now let's see how to get the client secret. So you can see it has given me the client secret. I can copy the client secret. So I will just paste this one here in the env.local. So if I just zoom it out, this is how it actually looks. Google client ID and Google client secret. I have pasted it in my env.local, which will be used by my project. So let it zoom, and we will read this one. What exactly it has created plan. So you can see Better Auth setup. It will install the Better Auth database schema, user sessions, account verification token, libauth with Better Auth adaptive setup, then create a libauth client, and then database migration to, and the user ID field to to-dos table to associate with authenticated users. Okay. Create a sign-in page with Google Auth with clean design. Okay. App layout. Okay. Dashboard to-dos profile and logout. Okay. Create middle layer components, protect routes. Okay. Create premium routes for authenticated users. Got it. And dashboard create. Okay. Okay. And yeah, this is all good for me. and I will say yes and bypass permissions. So we will wait for Claude to get it done. So we will just skip it out. We will just wait for the task to done. So you can see we didn't have to give this one. It actually did this. So from next time when we are giving instruction, the second step, we will directly copy from here. So we will directly do this for our Better Auth installation. Also, I've forgot to show you the time, so you can see after planning mode, this is the current time right now. So let's wait for it to get it done. Until then, we also need Polar product ID and token. So let's get the Polar product ID and token. So we will go to the Polar. So actually, if you go to polar.sh, let me go to polar.sh. The real URL which you should go is sandbox.polar.sh because we are right now in testing. We are in test mode. So we will say sandbox.polar.sh. And once you are there, you have to create a new organization. Once you create the new organization, you have to give the name. So we are in the day team. So we will just give deity. And I understand, then I create. So this is how you create the first organization. Once you have created the organization, you are good to go. So now you have to give a product name. So my product name is Pro at monthly. Cost was around $10, $7, and it is monthly. And right now we will create product. So once we have created this product, it should get the Polar access token. So we are using already Better Auth. We don't need that, but we don't have any organization access token. So we will create a new token. So for that, day 18 localhost, and again we want only for 30 days because this project won't live far. But if you want something which never expires, you can create that one here also, like this one, no expiration. Now let's create this one. So it has given us the token. We will copy this one, and again we will go to .env .local, and again here we will give the Better Auth, not Better Auth, the product name. So let me just zoom it out for you guys. So we will paste our access token here. So we have pasted our access token. Now you can go to dashboard and also do me light theme if I can for you guys. You see account settings theme. Okay, let me do light theme for you. Okay, so it would look much better, much cleaner now for you. So we are already in the day 18. Now go to products. So you can see I already had Pro at monthly, that is $7. So we will copy this one and Pro Polar monthly product ID. You can see I will paste it like this one. Similarly, you have to do this for monthly plus yearly plus. So right now we will just focus on the monthly products. So let me create Pro plus at monthly, for example. And again, or it is yearly, it has fixed price. And what exactly do we need? We need $10 per month, not yearly. Actually it is monthly, my bad. Now we can go to create product. Now if I create product, it will do the work for us. So it is, you can see plus at monthly is done. We can copy the product ID and we can give here. So if needed, if there is any errors or bug, we will do the yearly products. But right now this is all we need. And to create a Better Auth secret, we actually need Better Auth secret. So create this one, copy this command, and again open terminal. You can always paste this one, and it will create a Better Auth secret, which is very unique to your project. And you can see it has created the Better Auth secret. You can just directly copy paste the whole thing here. So you can see a new one is there. So if I can clear it. So I've done this. So you can see we have fixed the database URL. We have fixed the node env. We have fixed the Better Auth secret, Better Auth URL, next public app URL, Polar access token, and everything. So this is the day 18 setup. Now we will again go back to our prompt, and first obviously we will see what exactly it has created. Then we will modify our prompt if needed, and then only I will explain you the prompt. But if I give you the overall view, in one of my starter repo, I've created this one. So if you don't want to get coding and if you want a starter kit, you can always go to my GitHub repository, go here, and you will get the starter repository. That is Next.js, Polar, Better Auth, Poster. So this is nothing but all the things which I have done in the past. I have just gathered all of them in one resource, and I'm just explaining this particular part, which is sub part of this particular big resource. So you can see if you go to here in SRC. So if I go to env.example, you can see I already have Better Auth URL, Postgres URL, GitHub client ID, Polar access token, monthly, lifetime, yearly products, Splunk secret key. These are all the things for the starter repo. And what I wanted to show you how I created the premium group. So if you go to the app and you can see a premium group. So we want similar to this. So in premium group, we are verifying whether that user has subscription, whether that user is properly logged in or not. So you can see if there is no session, we return false and we fetch the customer state. And like for the customer state will return all the subscription that customer has. And you can see for customer state, we are actually using the auth client. So if I just show you, so we are using auth client directly here. And for you can see we are just calling the auth client.customer.state and it will get all the customer state. And if that customer is in lifetime order, like for example he is not on subscription, that code is also written in this particular GitHub repository and in the starter repo bit. So if you just want to get started, you can use this project directly and you don't need to get into the nitty-gritty. But if you want to understand how to use AI to write everything for you, then this video is for you, because here I am doing that particular task. And yesterday I failed literally really bad, but today I just like I improved my prompt. I handled all the edge cases which were shown, and this is how you build vibe coding. What happens is that when you're using AI to code, majority time it will do like smooth, it will create a better result, but also in the majority time it will not create the better results. So you have to reconfigure, reevaluate, and reprompt again and again to build the feature instead of debugging the slop code. So don't debug the slop code, generate new code every time and generate short features. Like if you want a big app divided into 10 features, then build one feature, commit it, then one feature, commit it, one feature, commit it. So this way, if you want to revert back, you can revert back. But when you're using Claude, you don't actually get to the option to revert back. You can only do git revert, right? So that's why commit every features which you like and move only one by one. In Cursor, things are very different. In Cursor, you actually get file accept, file reject, where you can see the navigation on. Also, you can go back by using Cursor's inline, like its own like revert option. So if I go here, not this one, this one, so you can see I can always return back. So here, for example, if I press this one, I can restore this to checkpoint. So for example, till this point, I like the prompt, I like the result, I can keep it. But in Claude, it doesn't work like that way. You have to commit every changes. So for example, I like this changes what it has done right now. I can commit it so that whenever I ask Claude for the another feature and it doesn't work out well, then I can reprompt again and build that feature again. So this way I create less AI slop and robust code. So you can see we are almost done and we will test this application. So let me hide this one for you and let me go to Command J and let me do pnpm def to really understand whether it has implemented our implementation or not. So we will close this one. We already have Polar. We already have this one. So we will just reload this application and let's see. Okay, till now it is not done because we are not actually told about the page.tsx. So let's wait till it does everything. So we have to wait. So I will just pause the video for now. I've already shown you the time and timer is still going on. And to reduce the video length, I will just pause this video. And once it is done, I will resume. So you can see this is also done. This to do is marked. And you can see I'm actually when I was routing to this route, it actually compiled the API auth, and since it was not session, like there was no session, so it is creating sign in. So right now we should be in the sign in. So you can see sign in to your account. So this UI I like it, no doubt in that. So I will just go with continue with Google and check my Google sign in is working or not. So we are signing in and it should work. Okay, it is throwing error, and that is it is a database error in my opinion. So that's why it is not doing it. So let me just pnpb db generate. It is properly done, and now let me do pnpm db migrate. So migrations are successfully applied. Now let me do the signing, and you can see I'm in the Google, and again my project name is dating underscore to which I have defined in the Google client ID. You can see this is the same project name, and we are going in the same project. And again it is asking for me like my name, my email address, so we'll give it. And you can see we are already there. We have a proper dashboard, we have to-do list. If I go here I can create my to-do. If I go to dashboard, it is creating to-do. If I want profile, I'm okay. These are right now placeholders, and update profile, privacy settings, and sign up. So you can see it has done the majority of our UI tasks. So I will remove the UI part right now, and I will only keep the UI. So right now I will close this terminal. I will close this one. So this looks very neat, pretty clean. So we will check for subscription status. Okay, during authorization. So let me do that, and for people to use Polar plugin, here are all the instructions. Again, I will copy the instruction which I need, and that is I will go to this URL and I will copy this markdown directly, and I'm good to go. So I will just paste this one again in the format which I talked about, instructions. And I have done it. So I have already talked about I don't need the webhook for the payments. We will directly use customer state to get the subscription details in the layout.tsx of page premium group of to-do app. And these are the 4 products for checkout, and check them also during customer state to know their subscription status. This was all about setup and implementation of authentication with Better Auth. So now understand the flow. So right now it has created a better flow. So I will just not do it, and I will say create pricing page. Create pricing page. I will component, and if user is not verified, if user is not verified, sorry, not if user is not subscribed to any plans, we show them a pricing modal with background as blurred, like they don't have access, like they don't have access. Again, we will see what route we are in right now. So you can see I'm in premium profile. So I will just say, okay. So right now, if I go to to-do list, if it is again a premium, and if I go to dashboard, if it is a main premium, and I will say change this premium to this one, and group all premium pages under premium, and give the layout.tsx for common verification, and show the app sidebar without blur so that they can log out. So that they can log out. And also, what exactly do we need? And don't blur the profile as well. So we are telling don't blur the profile as well. And what we need in the profile after verifying subscription, if subscription is there, we show the plan name. So this is it guys, and this is our second prompt. So I will just press and plan name subscription status. Okay. So I will press shift here and I will go to the top. What exactly do we need? So we need actually subscription. I can also clear the instruction also, but I won't do it. I will just see how AI comprehends it. So I will go here. I will again go to the top and not this one, not even this one, not even this one. Okay, I have to go more above and we are almost done. Okay, so we will copy this one. We have copied this one. Now we have to work on our. So what I have to do, not this one. I have to click this one. I have to just commit the changes so that if I revert back the changes, I don't have to revert back because this was working fine till this time, right? So we don't want to disturb that particular thing and let's do it. So again, we cannot use this same Google sign-in because what happens is that with Better Auth SDK, if the user is already signed up and during sign up only, we create something called a user ID in the puller dashboard also. So I will show you what I mean. So till then, just copy this one, copy this prompt. So you can say it is almost 504 lines. So let's do it, and I will make you understand what happens. So if I go here and you can see customers. So right now it is empty, but when we link our Google sign in, Better Auth, and puller all three together, then whenever I sign up, a new customer is created directly into the Polar dashboard. What happens if you don't use MC like Polar plugin directly in BetterAuth? At that time, what you have to do, you have to create customer at checkout and use that external ID to map. So that is an extra overhead you have to do. You have to implement webhook, and a lot of code goes into that. And since BetterAuth and Polar give you this opportunity, I think you should use this one. So we will just wait, and right now I will just copy this whole thing if you need in the future. So I'll just close this one. I don't want to save, I've already copied. So you can see I have all the environment. So let me just add this one again. So once it has written all the code, we will see how it works and we will see whether it is using the sandbox URL or not. If it is not, we will prompt it so that it uses only sandbox URL or cooler checkout. And I will show you how to do that one if AI doesn't do that. If AI is not trained on that part of better enough. So again, you already have noted the time in the beginning. So this is the next time if you want to note. But we will report back the final time. Until that time, let's wait for AI to do it. So let's wait for it. So you can say it is almost done and we are good to go, I think. So let me just see whether I can see. Okay, I can see. But right now, if I use this checkout, probably it will fail. So I will show you the exact meaning. So let me just get with the pro plan directly. So if I go here, get started, it was $7 per month, and my email ID is not coming because this customer was not registered during sign up, and this is one of the issue. And even if I do this one, this ID will be different with the ID which is in my GitHub Pro, like in my project. So it will never be verified. So right now I will do the logout for you. Okay, I cannot do logout. Since logout is not possible, I have to buy plan. I will just clear the cache directly from this. So how I can clear cache? Okay. So if I clear cookies, if I clear cache, you can see a new sign up is done. Now if I press, okay, let me just see one more thing also, whether we have done any changes to schema. If we have done any changes to the, okay, we have not done any changes to schema because you can see there is no new SQL command is created. Still, you will see the schema. So it is not highlighted because we have already highlighted the past, or like we have committed the past changes. So okay, schema is not created for this one. So no worry about that. Now let me just use my different ID for login, so I will use my different ID and I will show you how a new customer is created when this customer signs it directly into Polar. And okay, this error is okay, this is an UI error. I don't need to worry about that. And now if I reload this, you can see a new customer is created and that is the one from which I have signed up. So this is a crucial step. That's why in the previous attempt I wanted to implement authentication and Google like the Polar together, and that's where things got little problematic and I failed. And I have shown you the video in day 17 and we are already delayed with 1 day. But don't worry, I will catch up and I will complete this series in 30 days only. And now if I press the get started, it should probably get the email ID associated with that particular profile and you can see it is properly integrated. Now I have to give a test card. I will give 4242424242 and then 424. Then my name is Samik, obviously. My country is India, if you don't know, obviously. And then I will press subscribe. Now when I do subscribe, it should probably work well and we will just see the console logs when our when we return back from the Polar. So it will verify the customer state. So let's verify. Let's wait. You can see checkout success, true customer session is created, API auth get session, customer state is successful, and we are getting to dos. Now let me just reload this page again and let me see what exactly is the error. Now since we are seeing an error, so we will copy this one and we will see whether the sale was made or not. So you can see sale was made. We have got $7 per month ID, external ID, and we will match this external ID is the ID which is there in the database. So we will match this. So we'll go here, we will refresh items, and if I go here in public, and if I go in the user, select top 10,000. Now you can see for this email ID, KQ, this ID should be matching, right? And you can see this H matching. This is the same ID, which is this one. So that means Polar and Google is properly signed up. Now what is happening is that customer state is not getting properly done. So I think this is probably the error and we will just give this error information directly to it. So we will just, okay, not this one. Fix the error. I can see that subscription is there with ID, but still see the moda. Now we will just give this prompt and let AI do its work. And if I show you the network tab also, how to debug actually. So you can see it is doing API call. If I reload this page, you will see something called state. And if you go state and if you go the response, you can see that particular customer had like $7 planned amount, planned, cancel, not cancelled, status is active. So these are the two things we need, and we need the product ID as well. So if I just reload this page again, so it is compiled and still I'm seeing the model. So it is actually a UI issue, not the implementation issue. So you can see this is what I get. This is the response received from subscription state. So I think it is right now, if there is something which it has earlier it didn't have or something like that. Okay, we will again. I cannot even close it. Why? Let me go to the premium dashboard directly. I think it is okay. Let me do it like this one. If I go directly, dashboard does exist. Okay, so premium dashboard is only there. So I will just again give this. Okay, it is error. It is resolved. So let me understand what exactly. Okay, it has allow access. So okay, got it. So it has done. No, no, no. This is not something we want. we are getting this, so don't do temporary access, check proper subscription. So if I give this one, it should probably work and it will understand the context, what is happening. And right now it was creating a temporary access. We don't want temporary access. We want it to have proper. So you can see if active subscription is greater than 0, then it works. So has active subscription now? Let's see. Yeah, it is perfect. And again, profile is not updated in my opinion. Okay, we try it now. If I reload this, okay, so you can see status is active and plan is monthly pro. If I want to manage my subscription, it should open the customer portal to manage my subscription. So you can see it is my managed subscription. I can change the plan directly in Polar. I can view subscription directly in Polar. And this is it, guys. In 30 minutes, we did everything, like step 1, step 2, with all the explanation, everything. So you can see the time as well. So in 30 minutes, we did it. So this is a record time for me also, live demo. So if I create sign out, now let me do sign in with Google with the previous account which didn't have subscription, and it should show overlay on top of it. So you can see we are successful. So you have created a SaaS application for your task. Again, here I cannot actually get sign out here, that I have to fix. So let me say in pricing modal, show a logout button also. Yeah. So this way we will have logout button here in the pricing model. If you want to access your different account, you can access your different account. If you don't want to access your different account, you can not have access to different account. And that's it, guys. And that is what I wanted to tell. This is it. So I will see you in the next video where I will talk about webhooks. If you want to implement how to use webhooks directly into this project, so it will be day 19. And I will show you my other GitHub repository and other starter kit repos, how to get started. If you don't want Polar, if you don't want Next.js, and if you don't want Better Auth, what are all the alternatives? I will talk about that. And we will be done for the authentication, authorization, SaaS application, Next.js file structure, how to use AI, how to use Cursor, how to use Cloud Code. They've created that series, like till day 20, everything will be done. And in the 10 days, we will build a real application where we will implement how to use email, how to use Plunk, like I use Plunk for my email sending. And if you want different alternatives, what are different alternatives, we will cover that one. And after that, we will also build some AI applications also using AI SDK. And since a lot of integrations are done by Versal team, so they have launched a new something called Versal AI Gateway. I will talk about that also. So stay tuned to this playlist and to this series, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.